Okay, now a new poll is out from Change Washington asking people what they think about Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson, her job performance. And it seems to indicate there may be some growing dissatisfaction just months into her first year in office, with two-thirds of voters disapproving of her job performance and 6 in 10 people saying she should resign or be removed from office. Now, you remember she's facing a new recall challenge that right now, whether or not that's going to move forward, we don't know. It's a pretty high bar to, you have to prove that she committed malfeasance or misfeasance, violated her oath of office for that to move forward. And then they would have to get like 70,000 some signatures of people saying they support a recall. And then it would go to the ballot ultimately. So there's quite a process still to play out. But this poll suggests that there may be an appetite for this moving forward, should it get to the point of collecting signatures for a recall. So we'll put up some of the results here from Change Washington. This was conducted very recently, August 13 through 17, finding just 22% of Seattle voters approving of Mayor Wilson's job performance, 66% disapproval, and then 12% said they weren't sure. This is interesting. Among Seattle Democrats, obviously, who put her in office, 60% disapprove of Wilson's performance, 28% approve. Among independents, 79% disapproving and 8% approving. And overall, 60% saying Wilson should resign or be removed from office. Interesting that among independents, the result was more striking that 76% said Wilson should resign or be removed, with only 13% disagreeing. So it is important to know there was another survey that came out from Fulcrum Strategy Group last week. And in that survey, they found two-thirds of Seattle voters not confident she's got an effective plan to improve public safety. So this was kind of a different type of poll. That survey was 500 Seattle voters, which was done just a few days before the Change Washington poll from August 10th through the 13th. 9% of voters in that survey said they were confident, and 25% somewhat confident that Wilson has an effective public safety plan. So that poll a little different, focusing on really public safety. Of course, she's been under a great amount of scrutiny since the bite of Seattle shooting, and then ultimately forcing the police chief to resign, giving him a big fat golden parachute on the way out the door. So lot of pressure on her. Interesting poll results out today from Change Washington. And that's it for today's episode of Washington in Focus Daily. Quick tease on a story we're going to be putting up tomorrow because there's a new public disclosure complaint that has been filed by KVI radio talk show host Ari Hoffman, alleging that the Seattle Times and some of their contributors, some of those donations were not reported ahead of the 2024 election for the Initiative 2117 that asked voters, do you want to repeal the Climate Commitment Act? Ultimately, voters chose not to do so. And that is still in place. And that's a large reason why our gas prices are among the very highest in the nation. But it's a very intense complaint, some public records that Ari Hoffman obtained. And we're going to be writing that up and talking about that in tomorrow's episode for certain. So now that's a wrap on today's episode of Washington in Focus Daily for this Wednesday. Hope you can get outside and enjoy the beautiful sunshine. And I hope you'll join us again on Thursday.